from around the state.
I'm coming in from Montford, Alabama. It was 2 hours.
To as far as New York State.
We drove 18 hours.
18 hours?
Yeah.
Black and white, young and old, came to Selma to remember the heroes and the movement that changed America.
And that change made even more apparent by the diversity of this crowd who are here to honor what happened 50 years ago on Bloody Sunday.
On March 7, 1965, state and local police beat, tear-gassed, and injured dozens of peaceful protesters on the Edmund Pettus Bridge for their demonstration demanding the right to vote. The event shocked the nation and paved the way for the landmark Voting Rights Act. Decades later, law enforcement agencies again walked the bridge, this time leading a march in unity instead of trying to stop it.
I just think about all the people that went through to get us where we are. And so I just wanted to give my part in it. This is like giving back.
For many, it was not only a chance to look back, but an opportunity to look forward.
The people who sacrificed 50 years ago made it possible for many of us to be in Congress today. We're celebrating that fact and also recognizing the fact that there's a lot more work to do.
Speaking at the foot of the historic bridge, President Obama credited the foot soldiers of justice who opened doors for him and countless others.
Young people behind the Iron Curtain would see Selma and eventually tear down that wall. Young people in Soweto would hear Bobby Kennedy talk about ripples of hope and eventually banish the scourge of apartheid.
An estimated 40,000 people came to Selma, including around 100 members of Congress.
There'll be some day that when they'll come commemorate this, there won't be the folks that actually walked across the bridge that being able to cross with you.
People like Vera Collins Booker, a retired nurse who lived through that dark day and treated the wounded.
Did you ever think this day would come?
I dreamed it because we all were trying to vote and we were trying to get registered and we all did. And now I never miss a time to go vote. I don't care if it's raining or however it is, I'm going to always vote.
It was there at Brown Chapel AME Church where, after just taking communion, parishioners took their first steps in their march toward equality and justice. Some say it's also important to remember that the civil rights movement began in the Christian church, dedicated to exalting the name and showing the love of Jesus to all.
The religious component of it is too often underestimated. People marched, they said their prayers, they got on their knees, they sang hymns, and they went out and believed they were right, and they made a decision they would not respond with violence.
Reflections of a history defined by division today show healing and unity and a legacy still on the march. John Jessup, CBN News, reporting in Selma, Alabama.